Did you catch the breaking news over the weekend?
A stunning report from John Durham's investigation shows the Clinton campaign paid to infiltrate Trump servers.
The report revealing the campaign was trying to establish a, quote, narrative linking Trump to Russia.
Wow.
Yeah, so basically what happened was the Hillary Clinton campaign, or the Hillary Clinton camp, or the Clintons, paid this company, this tech company, and this guy who hacks stuff for a living, I guess, to hack into Trump Tower, dig around, find any kind of information that they could use to create a narrative, which is a lie. Narrative is a nice way to say big, fat, stinking Pinocchio nose-wearing lie, and get people to think that Donald Trump was a Russian spy. And they did it pretty successfully. He still won the election, but the damage was done. I mean, he had to fight back hard. And a lot of people to this day think that they call him Putin's puppet. They say that Putin put him in place. Putin controlled the whole election. There was all this misinformation on Facebook, blah, blah, blah. Yakety yak. There was misinformation, but it wasn't put there by the Russians. It wasn't put there by the Chinese. It wasn't put there by Facebook. It was put there by Hillary Clinton. She started a disinformation campaign with information that she found by illegally hacking into Trump Tower. Not only that, there was some hacking into his private residence on the Upper West Side. And then when he won the election and Hillary Clinton was really annoyed and wanted to get him impeached, guess what happened? They hacked into his new office. Now, his new office you may have heard of. It's oval in shape, and it's located in the White House, which means the people that Hillary Clinton's campaign paid to hack into Donald Trump's servers hacked into the government's servers in the White House. Again, I have to check the original vaccine passport pocket constitution, but I'm pretty sure, let's see, Article 3, Section 3. Yeah, that seems like treason to me. That seems like that is unmitigated attacks on the United States of America, and seems like it could be a massive breach of our security. Every single security protocol runs through the White House, and if you've got people being paid by an American citizen to hack into the White House, well, that just seems to me to be like one of the biggest security threats, national and otherwise, that we've seen in the history of, let's see, the entire country. Ever since the country was founded, I don't think that we've seen any kind of national security risk like this. Maria Bartiromo, she was really fired up about all this.
This is the biggest scandal we have ever seen. Now we know for sure they tried to cheat in the 2016 election. They tried to cheat in the 2020 election behind the guise of COVID.
Yeah, behind the guise of COVID, and they were hacking and they were trying to draw up this narrative. And all along, we know that the opposite was true. And this is something that it appears, hopefully, will end in some kind of action against Hillary Clinton. Now, I know a lot of people are skeptical. They're like, look, we've heard all this before. We went to the rallies. We heard the chants, lock her up, lock her up. And now, apparently, a lot of people are thinking this could be the smoking gun. This could be the evidence. And Maria Bartiromo had Mike Turner, Congressman Mike Turner, from Ohio 10, Ohio's 10th district. She had him on to discuss this because if we are able to flip the House back to the hands of the Republicans, will be the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, I think. Wait, Judiciary? No, that's Jim Jordan, the other guy from Ohio. Yeah, I believe Intelligence Committee. Here's what he said about whether or not he will investigate and prosecute those people involved.
Will you, if you become chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, if the GOP takes the majority in November, will you hold hearings to finally reveal the truth? What will you do?
Absolutely. We have to get to the truth. I mean, this is a threat to our democracy itself. It doesn't matter really which political campaign this is or which political party this is. This is so wrong, and allegations of such level of illegal activity that goes directly to, our faith in our own government, that the truth must be found.
Yeah, and then she asked him, we get all that, and we've heard all that before, but what are you going to do about it come November if the Republicans win back the House of Representatives?
We will certainly use every tool that we have in the Intelligence Committee, and I think certainly Jim Jordan on the Judiciary Committee and others will make certain that we use every aspect of congressional power to get to the bottom of this. But there is accountability as these criminal cases move forward. Durham's getting to the bottom of this. He's bringing forth allegations, although very troubling, are a result of his investigation, and they're in criminal court, and that's where accountability can be found.
All right, so he's saying, look, we can do everything we can in the House of Representatives, and we will. We're going to investigate the Intelligence Committee. I'll be right there at the chairmanship of the Intelligence Committee. Jim Jordan, that guy is going to rule the Judiciary Committee. And I have to tell you, I couldn't think of a better person to rule the Judiciary Committee than Jim Jordan, especially in a time like this. And then you've got the criminal courts, which is where criminals are brought to justice. And that's where the Durham investigation is right now. So accountability in all places. In the House of Representatives, I'm sure there'd be a Senate subcommittee hearing if there were an opportunity for us to win back the Senate, which there is if everyone does their jobs. And now you've also got the criminal court case, which seems to be compiling very damaging evidence against Hillary Clinton. If you're a conservative candidate and you are running for Congress in 2022, especially if you are running to unseat a Democrat or replace a conservative who may be retiring or may be moving on or may just not be that good, you need to get combative. You need to get combative, you need to get concerned, you need to become impassioned, and you need to bully back. And you need to say, look, this is our #1 campaign issue. This is the issue that has been dogging us for years. These people have cheated in 2016, and we now know it. They cheated in 2020. We've got information of that. Not only did they hack into Donald Trump's private servers at his company when he was running for president, but they hacked into the United States government. They hacked into the White House. If it were anyone else, they would have been behind bars or taken out with some kind of drone attack. But this is the Clintons. They've got to be dealt with somehow. That should be the #1 campaign issue for everybody running for Congress in 2022. And then when you win and you take back control, that's the first issue that you've got to make good on. Promise you'll do something about all this corruption that's been there for decades in Washington, D.C. Promise that you will finally drain the swamp of everybody. Clintons, Bill and Hillary. Let's face it, probably Barack Obama was involved. I mean, if you dig deep enough, he was president at the time. He was helping Hillary. He handpicked her to be his successor. Joe Biden, hell, he was vice president at the time. You think maybe back then he actually knew what was happening in the world around him, unlike today. But this could go very deep, could go nowhere, could go very deep. And if it does, then that should be something that everybody would be interested in voting for in 2022.